welcome to my channel. My name's Whitney and today I will be doing a quick talk through tutorial on this sunrise inspired smoky eye look. So if you'd like to learn how I got this look, please stay tuned. Okay, so as you can see I already have my brows on. As well, I went ahead and put a bit of concealer on my eyelids to prime and set it with a translucent setting powder. So to start, we are going to be using the Lime Crime Venus 2 palette. And from here I will be grabbing this shade Mustard and I will be sweeping that through the crease. So I'll pick up a bit of the shadow, tap off any excess, and start in a soft circular motion in the outer corner and sweep it up and through to the crease. Once I've used up what's on my brush, I'll just dip it again. And just keep doing that until you have the intensity built up to what you want. Okay, so now that we have both of our creases done, next shade we will be picking up is Jam, and I'll be doing that as well in the outer V and sweeping a bit up and through the crease. So I'll pick a bit up, tap it off, and in we go. Now this shade I'll leave a little bit lower and further in than I did this yellow mustard shade. That way we'll get a nice transition. Alright, and so now that the Jam shade is on both lids, I'm actually just going to go back in and grab a bit more of this mustard shade. Just pick a little bit up, tap it off, and this is just to soften and blend those edges a bit more. Okay, and so now that this is all blended, I'm going to come back in once more to this Venus 2 palette, and this time I'm going to pick up the shade Mud, and I'm going to pat that all over the eyelid. Pick up a bit, tap off the excess, and pat it on. And I just go in, pick up a little bit more at a time, and keep building the color. Okay, and so now that that's done, I'm going to go back in with this pointed crease brush and the shade Jam, and I'm just going to blend that Mud shade in a smidge bit more. So just along the edges and then up through the crease here. Okay, so now that we have that done, we are going to put on a wing as well. Okay, so I just popped off camera and put on a winged eyeliner. So next we're going to do the face. I will start with a bit of primer. I'm going to add some of the Farsali oil drops to most of my face, and then on my nose and chin where I have pores really bad, I am going to add some of the Porefessional. So pick up a couple drops of this, dot them on here, dot them on here, and dot them on here. Okay, and I'm just going to take hands, I just washed them a little bit ago, and rub it in. Okay, and now that that's on, I am going to grab the Porefessional and put it, like I said, on my nose and chin where I have larger pores. And for this, I actually like to take it and I just pat it in so it really fills the pores. So put a little bit here, a little bit there, and then just pat it in. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to move on to foundation. Today we will be using the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. This is in the shade Light Sand, and I'm just going to grab it with a damp Real Techniques blending sponge, and I have some out on a palette here. So pick a little bit up, tap it on, grab a bit more, and work from there. And I'm just going to blend onto the ears and down along the neck a little bit. Make sure we don't have any harsh lines. Okay, so now that our foundation's all blended in, I am going in with a bit of concealer. So I'm just going to put a few dots here and here and we'll blend this in. Brightening powder, and this is in the shade Petal. Okay, so I just grabbed a little bit on this Kat Von D brush, and I'm just going to set in under the eyes while looking up to make sure that I'm not setting in any lines. This is the Tarte Shape Tape, and this is... Alright, so now that our under eyes are all set, I'm going to move into the lower lash shadow. So to start, I'm just going to grab a bit of the shade Mustard. Okay, and so now that that's all blended in, I'm going to set it with a bit of loose setting powder. I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Lock It. Build it up to the color that you want. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the Jam shade. And I'm just going to blend that under the lower lash line. And I'm just going to blend that in the very outer quarter to half of my lower lash line. So pick up a little bit, tap off the excess, and here we go. Okay, so now that we have all of our eyeshadow on, I'm just going to take a black and blend it in under the lower lash line. I'm not going to come in as far as I did with that mustard shade though. So pick a little bit up, tap it off, and we'll start blending in under the lower lashes. Okay, so now that we have that shade on, I'm going to pick up the darkest shade we used, Mud. Pencil eyeliner, and I'm just going to bring it into my lower lash waterline and my upper waterline. Okay, so now I'm just going to move on to mascara. I'm going to put on some of the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. Okay, so we just finished with mascara. I put 2 coats on my upper lashes and 1 on my lower. So next I'm going to just do a light dusting of translucent powder on my face to set everything. I'll be using the Mercier translucent setting powder. And I'm just picking this up on the Kat Von D number 20 brush. And I'm just patting it on so I don't smear and move any foundation. So now we have our face set. Next I'm going to go in with bronzer. So for bronzer today I will be using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I'll be using the Benefit Hoola bronzer brush. Just pick a bit up, tap some off, and now I like to take this bronzer and I apply it to the I personally don't like to wear a lot of blush, so a contour, but really pretty much it for me. But if you like more, feel free to go in a bit more heavy-handed. Okay, so now we're going to go in with highlighter. Today I will be using so now that we have bronzer, I'm going to add a bit of a highlighter palette, and I will be taking this first shade in Daylight and applying it to my cheekbones, my nose, and my cupid's bow. So pick up a little bit. I'll be applying that with an Anastasia Beverly Hills number 23 highlight brush of my cheeks and sweep it up a little bit. Pick a little bit up, tap off the excess, and away we go. Okay, and so to apply this to smaller areas such as my cupid's bow, the end of my nose, down the bridge, and I'll also put it in the inner corners of my eye and a little bit under my eyebrow, I'll be taking this smaller Ego's tool. It's actually a pointed concealer brush, but it works perfect for this. So I'll pick a little bit up, put it on the cupid's bow. Okay, the end of the nose. I like to tap that in a little bit with my finger. Down the bridge of the nose. Tap that in a little bit as well. And now I'm going to bring it into the inner corners and under my brow bone. Okay, so now we have everything on the face besides lips. Before I do my lipstick, I'm just going to do a quick spritz of the Glam Glow Glow Setter. Okay, so that's all dried. Now we're going to move on to... Okay, so this is the finished look.
Okay, so
if you
for lips,
like
I'm going
this
to go
video,
in
please
with
give it a
this
thumbs
shade
up.
by
And if
Kat
you'd
Von
like to
D,
see more,
it
please hit the
is
subscribe button
Exorcism.
down below. Thanks for watching.